we may have a breakthrough and some breaking news regarding Scott McTominay's proposed move to Napoli. We were speaking earlier on this morning about a bid being rejected that Romano was talking about. There has been some more reports coming out today over the last couple of hours that a bid has now been accepted. We're going to get into all the details on that and where we're up with Jadon Sancho and what is happening. These bids in complete limbo. Are they being accepted? Are they being rejected? Who is right? Is there no smoke without fire? We're going to get through all of the news and headlines in this quickfire Premier show here on Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Welcome along. Get your comments in the Premier Live section right now, but also please do get all of your comments regarding this situation with Scott in the comments below once the video is finished as well. Please give the video a like. Let's try and get up to the 1,000 likes again on this video. Thank you so much for your support and the people who have been tuning in over the last few months over this transfer window. It's nearly over, guys, and if you want more fantastic free content, then I'm here for you every single day. Please subscribe as well, because only 50% of you are subscribed. Scott McTominay to Napoli. Let's get into what is actually happening then and what has changed since we spoke earlier on this morning on the 8 a.m. show. Quite a lot, actually. We've got a report coming out from Il Mattino. I've not known the account. I don't know who it is, but it is Napoli based, obviously, from Italy as well. Napoli's 25 million euro offer for Scott McTominay appears to have been accepted by Manchester United, and he has already agreed a 4-year contract. Look, on that one, I didn't really pay much attention to it, and I was thinking, yeah, more bull, someone just throwing out a story out there to grab a bit of attention. But then another story came out from Corriere dello Sport, which says, as you can see running across the bottom of your screen there, Napoli and Manchester United are close to reaching an agreement for Scott McTominay. A proposed deal is worth around 30 million euros now, which is more what we thought McTominay and Manchester United were willing to accept. McTominay is waiting with his suitcase in Manchester. A little bit of a put on one there, but again, waiting for the green light to go ahead. So, in terms of what's factual and what's not out of them two comments and what them two tweets and reports, one coming from obviously. Well, actually, they're both coming from the Italian side of things, but sourced out by different people. And Sports Witness with one of them as well. Scott McTominay, I think, regarding the 4-year deal, I can see that being truthful. I can see that fully being down the line of definitely happening, because we know that Scott McTominay has been talking to Antonio Conte. We know that Scott McTominay has said yes, he would like to move to Napoli, and that's why this move has gone a little bit further on. And United now are in negotiation with Napoli, like we said before, yesterday and earlier on this morning, about a bid going in and Napoli actually being at the table. More reports coming out as well that Napoli are in for Billy Gilmour, and this will not affect Scott McTominay. Fabrizio Romano has also come out and said today that Napoli will be buying 2 midfielders 100%. Scott is top target, and Antonio Conte wants Scott no matter what. So this deal, I said earlier on regarding Scott McTominay and Jadon Sancho, who do I feel is the most realistic one to go right now? Believe it or not, it does look like it's Scott. I think there is a better chance that Scott will leave United. These interesting rumours coming about, turning into more news and more people jumping onto this now, again, tends to make you think that the initial bid is in. And like we said and reported 2 or 3 days ago, Napoli don't want this to go till a deadline day. They want to show a commitment to Scott McTominay that he is a big part of their plans. And no matter what else happens with other deals for the forwards like Osimhen and Lukaku and that triangle regarding them and Chelsea and that transfer going ahead, they're still going to put an offer in and fully commit to Scott McTominay and Manchester United. But the Corriere dello Sport one, which is saying that there's now a 30 million euro offer been accepted, I can see that offer being accepted because that's what United want. United reportedly will come to the table at 25 million plus. They wanted 30 million. Romano has reported that they will accept 25 million, which is 30 million euros. That is the set price. I think that is a fair price for what Scott can bring with 1 year left on his contract. I think United are now in full negotiation. So we can take this as a definite. United are in communication with Napoli. There has already been a bid that's gone in that isn't enough. It now looks like reports are saying there is another bid going in for Scott, and this is going ahead full steam now. And we know that that 4-year contract that's been put on the table for Scott McTominay is definitely truth and is factual, because we know that he's already said yes to Napoli and has left his priority and give his priority, to them. We knew that from when he rejected Fulham. And again, just to go over why, and a few people who haven't been keeping up to tabs or up to date with this deal and where it's at, why would we have not just accepted Fulham's bid? and got that deal done is because Scott didn't want to go to Fulham. He only wants to go to Napoli. Priority number one for him is Napoli, and vice versa with Conte and Napoli for Scott. And that's why we're at where we're at right now. I mean, guys, you get talking in the chat. Let me know what you think. Do you feel like this is a real deal now? Do you feel like this is what Manchester United need to happen? And where do you want to spend that money? Does it have to happen simply because we are stuck with the Ugarte situation? Let's not forget, this is 2 days now near enough. Saturday and all of Sunday so far with no Manuel Ugarte update. Nothing from Romano. All he's saying is negotiations are still going on and keep calm. Is this what we said the other day? Is this now PSG playing hardball and telling United they want this deal done this summer? They don't want loan with obligation. They want money up front. Do we have to sell Scott to give them the initial payment to what Manchester United want to bid? Now, United have already got a bid on the table for Ugarte, which has been turned down. So, is selling Scott McTominay money to actually make this happen quicker for Manchester United? If United get their midway bid in between what PSG and United have offered already, accepted by PSG may have put in stipulation where they have to pay a chunk of that up front. All of this can be going on right now, and I do think Scott McTominay leads into Manuel Ugarte, and why we're getting talks and information about Scott coming through now so quickly after the game yesterday. United need to be in a position to be able to get Manuel Ugarte over the line. Because if we don't get him, you know what the fan base is going to be like. You know what this is going to look like for Ineos. And it's going to undo a lot of what people have seen as really good work in the transfer market so far this summer. So, really, yes, I do think Scott McTominay is linked with Ugarte. And I do think United are pushing Scott through now simply because they need to get Ugarte in and get ready for that Liverpool game this Sunday. And pretty much be settled in and done. And we can just draw a line under this first transfer window and say, well done, Manchester United, well done, Ineos, job very well done, in my opinion, and we move forward from there. I don't know. It's like, really, I have to be honest and say, Scott going was always on the cards if the right bid came in. He is surplus to requirements. Happy to keep him, yes, but that's them just saying we're happy, we're not going to push him out of the door because of his services to Manchester United. This is probably where United are a little bit soft. Someone made a great comment earlier on. It's like when Chelsea are telling players in their squad, look, you're not part of the plan, go and get another club. Simple as that. United don't have the finances for some reason compared to Chelsea right now to do that, and it's weird. But still, we are working in our own way. I prefer the way that United are working rather than the chaos that's going on at Chelsea. It's just good that Napoli have committed as well to this, and I think this only has happened because of Antonio Conte's involvement in getting this deal over the line. As far as Jadon Sancho is concerned, it's exactly like we were saying this morning. Manchester United have a major decision to make. They are going to have to contribute to the wages of Jadon Sancho. They're going to have to put in a certain condition to get the obligation to buy in to Jadon Sancho's contract. He's only going to go out on loan, and it is doable. If there's going to be a loan fee at the start, it'll be minimal. It may rise as certain conditions are met throughout of that loan period. And then if he triggers an obligation at the end through certain performances, then United are quids in. But they are negotiating hard right now to get this done. And yes, Juventus have bought two wingers, like we said earlier on, in Gonzalez and Conceição, but that's not going to stop them going in for Jadon Sancho. They still want him, and they are still going to do everything they can to make this loan deal happen. To round it up and where we're actually at, Scott McTominay looks like it's moving fast. More reports saying, first of all, a €25 million bid was accepted. Now we're hearing a €30 million bid has been accepted. A bit of confusion between the two and the valuations, but both stories saying that there is an offer that's been accepted now. Scott's happy with a 4-year deal that's on the table, and he's waiting in Manchester for the green light to go. It looks like all systems go for Scott McTominay to Napoli right now. Corriere dello Sport are the ones that are breaking this, so you guys know where that is coming from. It is all coming from the Italian side of things. And Jadon Sancho really is all on to Manchester United. Are they fully committed to what they said, from what the Athletic said with Jadon Sancho, and rather keeping him than not making any money? They don't want to pay his wages. How much will they contribute to the wages to make this deal happen and get him out of the door and into Juventus? Can they manipulate this loan deal to make it work for them in the long run towards the back end of the season and into the new year, into the new transfer window next June, and then get money and then move forward from there? There's a lot of moving parts going on with both of these deals right now, but it does look like Scott would say 70% certain he's on his way Jadon Sancho right now, I would probably say, and I'm going to stick to what I said this morning, I think it's more 60-40 in the favour of Sancho staying at Manchester United. And I know that's not what you want to hear. I know that's what United fans don't really want after a bad weekend already. Seeing players like that have been complete failures at Manchester United still being at the club. But you have to always remember this isn't Ineos's fault and what they're dealing with. There are things that are at play here that have been at United for years before they've come in, including the other players that are there now that are not their players. Obviously, Ten Hag is dealing with the mess himself from the misdemeanors and idiotic overpaid prices for players that he has brought in, as well as what Solskjaer and Jose Mourinho have brought into Manchester United, going way, way back. It's absolute carnage, but there is a chance of salvaging something right in this last week of the window. And get your comments in. I know you've been talking in the Premier, but please get your comments in below as well and let me know what you think about Scott leaving. Is this the news that you wanted to hear on the Sunday after that sham that was United's finish to that game yesterday against Brighton? Let me know in the comments, guys. Please do give the video a like. Make sure you please do also subscribe to Forever United TV. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will be back with a full big live update show at 6:30 tonight, guys. We wanted to do a quick one because there's only this news here. So I just wanted your thoughts on this, and we'll lead that into and we'll see what else develops over the day with Scott McTominay and everything there, and then get a full breakdown show and get you guys involved in the live one at 6:30 tonight. But until then, let me know what you think. Get your comments in, and I'll see you all at 6:30.